Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. Yuchanan, John, Chapter 21. After these things, Yehoshua showed himself again to the Talmudim at the Sea of Tiberias. They were together, Shimaun Kepa, and Tama called Didymus, and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, and those of Zebedee, and two more of his Talmudim. Shimaun Kepa said to them, I am going fishing. They said to him, We will go with you also. Immediately they went out and entered into a ship. However, they did not catch anything that night. Then, when the morning had come, Yehoshua stood on the shore, but the Talmudim did not know that it was Yehoshua. Then Yehoshua said to them, Children, do you have something to eat? They answered him, No. Then he said to them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and you will find. Therefore they cast, and now they were unable to draw it in because of the multitude of fishes. Therefore that Talmid whom Yehoshua loved said to Kepa, It is the Adun. Now when Shimaun Kepa heard that it was the Adun, he clothed himself, for he was naked, and cast himself into the sea. But the other Talmudim came in a little ship, dragging the net of fishes, for they were not far from land, about 200 cubits. Then, as soon as they came to land, they saw a fire of coals, and fish laid upon it, and bread. Yehoshua said to them, Now bring from the fish that you have caught. Shimaun Kepa went up, and drew the net full of large fishes to the land, 153. Although there were many, still the net did not break. Yehoshua said to them, Come, eat. And knowing that it was the Adun, none of the Talmudim dared ask him, Who are you? Then Yehoshua came and took the bread and the fish too, and gave it to them. Now this is the third time that Yehoshua showed himself to his Talmudim, after he was risen from the dead. Then, once they had eaten, Yehoshua asked Shimaun Kepa, Shimaun of Yuna, do you love me more than these? He said to him, Yes, Adun, you know that I love you. He said to him, Feed my lambs. He asked him again a second time, Shimaun of Yuna, do you love me? He said to him, Yes, Adun, you know I love you. He said to him, Feed my sheep. A third time he asked him, Shimaun of Yuna, do you love me? Kepa was grieved because he asked him a third time, Do you love me? So he said to him, Adun, you know all things. You know that I love you. Yehoshua said to him, Feed my sheep. Truly I say to you, when you were young, you clothed yourself and walked where you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will clothe you, and carry you up where you do not want. He spoke this, signifying by what death he will glorify all. And when he had spoken this, he said to him, Follow me. Then, turning around, Kepa saw the Talmid whom Yehoshua loved, who had leaned on his chest at the supper, and asked, Adun, who will betray you? Following them also. Seeing him, Kepa asked Yehoshua, Adun, what about this man? Yehoshua said to him, If I want him to stay here until I come, what is that to you? Follow me. Then a word went out among the brothers, that this Talmid would not die. However, Yehoshua never said to him he would not die. Rather, if I want him to stay here until I come, what is that to you? This is the Talmid who testifies these things, and wrote these things, and we know that his testimony is true. And there are many other things that Yehoshua did also. such that if all of them were written, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain all the suppers that would be written. Amen.